Oh yeah, this is good, baby.
Damn, not a lemon, damn.
This tastes like the real thing.
It is very good, right?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Got my lid now. Wow. I'm selling that shit at work. This is the shit. Where you get it from? KFC.
Hey, hey, happy people.
Happy people. 1,800 of y'all out there. Thank y'all, man. Thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all.
Y'all probably thought we weren't gonna make another video, huh?
Oh, yeah, we here. 1,800 of y'all out there.
1,800. Congratulations. So you know what this is. If you've been watching our videos, this is our 1,800 subscriber video.
Yes,
we make something for the 1,800 that has subscribed to our channel. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank y'all.
Thank you so much.
1,800 of y'all out there. All right, we about to make something good today.
All right, so today we're going to try to make an alkaline version of
KFC chicken bowl.
the KFC bowl. Woo!
All right.
All right, so to start us off today, we need to make our, what would be our mashed potatoes. So because we're not using potatoes, we are using burro bananas, as you can see here. Y'all, for the last couple of months, I've been trying to get some burro bananas, and they have been out, or either totally ripe when I see them. So I finally found some that were green. They were green yesterday, but you know, they're like avocados. Like the next day, they go. So these are kind of green and yellow a little bit there. So first thing we're going to do is put the burro bananas. We have to boil these, honey. This is how we make it like mashed potatoes. Okay. So you're going to boil the whole thing with the stem on and everything. Okay. In this pot right here, we already have some water starting to boil. It has just a little sea salt in there. That's it. And we're just going to dip all of those in there.
Yes. And all 1,800 of y'all, I'm going to eat it. We're going to share it with each other, but we know y'all know how it tastes. We working on that million.
The million.
Yeah.
How long has it been into the video? And he already talking about it.
Whoa. Cause you know we got 18 of y'all, 100 of y'all. Like, tell the rest of them, like, subscribe, and share to the MrStayHappy.com.
The Happy MALTBIA'S.
The Happy MALTBIA'S. And go on MrStayHappy.com and see what we got on there.
MALTBIA'S. Alright, so while his bananas are boiling here, we now are going to make our meat substitute. And today we have trumpet mushrooms, but these are the minis today, and I have just cut them in half. Some people call them king oyster, but I like to call them trumpet. But for, of course, Mr. Happy here, he loves his jackfruit, so he is using jackfruit as his replacement for the chicken. Alright, so now all we have to do is season this up. I already have some grapeseed oil right here. As you can see, it's already starting to smoke there. Turn it up. Alright, and we are going to make seasoning very easy today. We're not going to have to put out a whole bunch of bowls of different seasoning. We have the Mr. Stay Happy's alkaline frying batter. This is already seasoned batter. This one is the chickpea one and not the spelt one today. So we are using this one, and this is just the original, not the Cajun. You can find this on MrStayHappy.com.
That's STAAYHAPPY. That ain't got 2 A's and 2 P's, then it ain't me or us.
Alright. So.
Oh yeah, y'all better get that. That's my favorite.
Alright, so chickpea version. This is the original, not the Cajun. We're not going to do it spicy today.
Yes.
Alright.
And where you say you get that, baby?
MrStayHappy.com.
Y'all better go check that. Get that. Flying. It's flying. All of it flying. Y'all better get it.
Alright, so basically we're just going to throw these into the batter. We're using dry batter today and not wet batter. But I did put just a little water in the bottom of this for my mushrooms will have some kind of moisture to help it stick to it. Alright.
And do I flip these or leave them alone?
You're just going to let them boil. These take about 10 to 20 minutes. Just depends when they're fork tender, when you can stick the fork all the way through them, or a toothpick, then they are ready.
Okay.
Alright, so while we are waiting on that, we're going to go ahead and drop some mushrooms in here.
In that batter, look at that. I'm going to stop grabbing over while she cooking over there. You see that? Already gone.
Alright.
The best. Go check it out. Check it out.
I would have used regular oyster mushrooms, but again, I just could not find them right now. The only thing that's available is like king oyster and enoki.
Go check us out. Don't forget to tell everybody, come check us out and eat with us.
Alright. Mix that all around there.
Okay.
Our own 11 herbs and spices. Is it 11?
You got to try it out. Or we might have threw another one in there. 1800. Oh man, this feels so good. I feel the love out there. We feel that. It just, the vibrations and making our family proud over in there.
Let's see here. That's right.
You ready?
I don't think so. So we gotta wait just a minute on there.
Okay.
Alright, so while we're waiting on our oil to heat up here and our bananas to boil, we are going to do a little movie magic. We'll come right back because this might take a minute for that. Y'all who have been watching us know our little eye thing is kind of slow. So when that heats up, we'll be back.
Hold on, okay? Hey!
Alright, we are back.
Great.
It has been about 15 minutes here. I think our bananas are ready. So, honey,
yes,
I need you to unfold your paper towel there because you're going to lay your bananas on there so some of the water can come off and can cool a little bit.
Like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you're going to take the bananas out and put them on there.
And you say test it with a toothpick.
Yes. You can pick it up with your thing and test it.
There you go.
Alright, went through pretty smooth?
Yes, it did.
Alright. Now, while that has been boiling, I have already cooked pretty much all the mushrooms and working on the jackfruit here. Sorry, there was no point of just sitting there, so I kind of just started cooking them.
I told her, y'all.
Yes, he did, but I was like, well, we waiting.
Yeah. This smells good. Look at that.
Alright.
Damn. Keep coming splashing over here.
Turn this off.
Y'all used to it. Y'all know how I get that. Fuck that table up. Put that table. Nah.
You ain't cooking if you ain't messy.
Yeah. These are the potatoes.
Alright, now.
The
what you have to do
potatoes.
is, and I didn't bring you a knife over here, but they should be easy to split. But for you, they're kind of hot.
Okay.
So, I'm going to get you a knife.
Okay. She said, for me, they hot. Thank you, but hot. So just peel them like bananas?
Yeah, you're going to peel it like bananas.
Well, it is. All right, done with this one?
Yes, you're going to put them in there because we're going to mash them in. Alright, so, I'm going to split it, and then let's open with the fork. Like I said, it's probably really hot, so if I want to use both of those to do that.
What'd you say, do again?
Split it with the knife, but like I said, they should be...
Split it and bust it open.
Oh, yes, but like the boof. Yeah, it's kind of warm.
You peeled that one quick.
And cut these little bitty thin
okay.
pieces off right there. You know, we don't want that in our potato.
Okay.
There you go.
On both sides?
The other side look like that too.
Nah.
Alright. jackfruit is ready.
Just peel that motherfucker right out. Boom. God damn.
It is hot, but you gotta do it while it's warm so that way you can mash them up while it's warm.
Oh, okay. Shit. I got this. Y'all see that steam over there? Got like 7 more to go.
Oh, we didn't cook a whole bunch.
Oh, shit.
There's still some over there.
Yikes. Like, you want to just have to kick off that mug right now? Ah.
Yeah, you think you can do that? Hiya.
Keep a straight faces. Sorry, y'all can't look at y'all and do this.
It's hot.
Yes, they are. They call what? Barrel bananas?
Barrel bananas.
And they barrel all the heat. What's it called? You just speak out.
It's hot.
Yes. The last one, y'all. It's cool with that on there?
Get the little brown part.
Yeah.
You can take it out if you want, but it's not a problem.
Okay.
That's just where the banana has split open at when it was boiling.
Okay. All right.
Now,
Next step. You want to take this out the way?
you can just push it.
All right. That mug was hot. I don't need the knife no more.
Alright, so next step is you have to mash these up. We have a little butter here. This is our alkaline butter.
Where do you get this from?
MrStayHappy.com. This is alkaline butter. There is no soy. There is no coconut in this. So you can use this to cook and bake with. You're going to take a little bit of that and put in there. A couple of teaspoons.
Okay.
Well, maybe a tablespoon first. You don't want it to be too much and be splashing
Right there?
everywhere. Yeah. And then you're going to take your potato masher and mash them down.
Oh, I got that.
All right. You got that part, huh?
I know how to make fresh mashed potatoes. Potatoes.
Taters.
Potatoes.
And that's pretty even.
Yeah. It just look funny.
It does.
I like the next. Beat. Hey, Annis. Beat. Hey, Annis. No.
Alright, you can add a little milk here to help you. Kind of smooth them out a little bit. This is Brazil nut milk today. Not walnut milk. We're using Brazil nut, but it doesn't matter. Use whatever milk you want to use.
How much? Just a little?
Yeah, just a little at a time. I don't never measure this, so there you go. And then mash that. See how that works out for you.
I'm the spiller. Thank all 1,800 of y'all.
1,800.
I know how to make a meal now, almost now. I gotta get this.
I know, right? You done made 18 different things, huh?
Yeah, baby, you see that? Look what y'all done made me do. Oh, you think I should put more? I done spilled a little piece in there.
Now you got your not so garlic there. You can put that in there for a little seasoning for us.
Okay, and
So it
where
won't
we getting
be
that
plain.
from? The not so garlic. I wonder where you get this from.
If you have been watching our videos, you definitely know where to get this from. And I'm assuming, yes, because a lot of y'all have already purchased this. This is the Alkaline Mr. Stay Happy's Not So Garlic. It does not have garlic in it, but this is the substitute for garlic.
Yes,
You can
yes.
find that at MrStayHappy.com. That will be in the description link below.
Check us out. You said not a lot, just a little.
Well, it's the garlic, so how much ever you feel,
Okay.
whatever you so say yes to.
Okay, well, I got you. I gotta get better on this mash down, though. I got clumps in this shit. That's why you're looking over here like that.
The milk is room temperature. I did not take it straight out of the refrigerator. I kind of took it out earlier to let it warm up a little bit. When you're doing this, you definitely want to use room temperature milk. The butter, I did take it out, but it takes quite a long time for it to actually solidify. I mean, liquefy. The reverse.
Oh. My magic ain't make the best, baby.
You'll be alright, honey.
Did you put more milk before? No.
Actually, I think it'll cool off when you I think I'm gonna get you a pan and put it in the pan, put it on the stove. You'll probably be better off getting it.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna do is remove this.
I didn't mash down fast enough. You know I love these things right here. I eat these right here. This is how mine usually look. This is how my mashed potatoes look. Like baked potatoes.
I'm gonna put it in the pot. Alright, so I'm gonna put it in for the rest of it so you can try to mash it up a little bit more.
Put the milk in first.
Yes, you can, so the milk can warm up a little bit.
Okay. And I'm gonna put the rest of that in there. I see you got my favorite powder out. Y'all can tell.
Yes. One of his favorites. Actually, got a little pepper right here if you need it. Take that.
Uh-oh. I ain't even gonna say that. I think I already did something.
And we'll drop it.
And they all looking too. All 1,800 of y'all looking because y'all know I spill shit.
Alright, so now.
Alright. Okay, there we go. Boy, I'll leave this over here.
Set it over here. I'm trying to get rid of some of this stuff. But, okay, so you're heating up here, so continue to just stir around, mash.
Do I use that or instead?
Either one, whichever works for you. You also got some all-purpose seasoning here to again help season our potatoes.
Uh-oh, and y'all know that is my favorite. I better get that.
The all-purpose.
The all-purpose seasoning. I'm telling you. I ain't gonna say the name we going after. I better watch out. With the L on it. Now. Yeah. Just a little bit, baby.
What?
I'm gonna sprinkle a little of the all-purpose on there.
Okay. Just put a little more butter if you need to.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You see how serious I got with that one, didn't you? I don't know what my chief's thinking about, but I love y'all, man. Y'all brought me a Super Bowl. Why is that thing right there?
Why is what thing right?
You see it? Or I'm tripping?
You tripping.
Ah, okay.
You tripping. You was tripping. Is it working out for you? Put a little more butter in there?
Okay. Tablespoon or just?
You can probably drop the whole thing in there at this point.
Okay. I done got all serious with my Chiefs. Sorry, y'all brought me a Super Bowl, man. I'm alive to see it.
This dude and the Chiefs.
Hey, tell me. Ah. I just tricked my wife and told her I was good at mashing potatoes.
I don't know. Act like he was
The mash.
the world master at mashing potatoes.
This the way my potatoes be looking.
Alright, so now what you need to do is, you think you done seasoned it enough?
Oh no, I didn't even put that in there.
Put some seasoning in there.
Not too much, but just enough.
Get rid of these, because they're starting ready to do a gravy.
Okay. I know she see these mashed potatoes. Hash potatoes, that's what these are. Dang. No. Hash potatoes. Come on, have to get them fast out. See, now y'all need to go like and share, man, and tell the other ones, man, so they can help me mash these out like they supposed to. When my wife ain't looking.
Oh.
Dang. Man, my mama used to whip these mashed potatoes. Baby, I done seen you just have them like creamy looking. Like, damn, they look like mashed potatoes.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you the trick to that. Okay, so on this video, we're not doing it like I would do it if we were. Because usually I would do this, and then if it was just too clumpy, just throw them in the food processor. But for the sake of this video, I don't want to pull out the food processor and have all this cooking going on too. So we're just having just regular hand whipped mashed potatoes.
Okay, you check that out.
I think they look pretty good to me. You just need to be tasting them to see if there's enough seasoning in them.
Oh.
Now, Happy is finished with his potatoes, finally.
All right.
Well, yeah, we're going to turn it down, but we're not going to turn it off.
Okay.
Now, so the next thing we need to do is make our gravy, because in the KFC bowl, we have to make gravy.
Gotta whip
now,
gravy.
We're going to move this one to this side. Honey, you can do your movie magic so we can get the stuff to make the gravy.
Y'all ready for this?
Alright, we are back, people. Now, we are going to make our gravy. Happy can't let him just go out with his potatoes looking like that. We got to do Patricia proud. You know what I'm saying? So, I at least gave him the immersion blender here so he can blend them on the stove here so we don't have to pull out the food processor, because that's what I would usually do to make them much more creamier. But we're going to let him do that while I do the gravy here. Yes. So.
Yeah. Oh. Technology.
Alright, so my pot is warming up here. So in this pot, I'm going to first put, I got a tablespoon of the alkaline butter here. We're going to put that in there. Let that melt down real fast. It don't take long.
Ooh! I ain't gonna fuck up your blade in there.
Alright, and then I have a half of an onion here. We're gonna throw that in there.
There we go.
You're getting a little happy over here.
Very happy. This thing works. Uh-oh. I done knocked my nuggets off getting crumb.
Alright, we're gonna saute these onions down right quick.
Yeah, that smells good.
I'll
get the rest off. Yeah. Yes. They're mashed.
Now you feel much better?
Yes, I do. I'm happy. That tastes good.
Alright, so while those are sauteing down, I am now going to make my little roux here. Alright, so I have a cup of Brazil nut milk here and 2 tablespoons of, this is white spelt, you can use brown spelt if you like, or kamut, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to mix that in there so that way my gravy don't be so lumpy. Me and gravy done had issues in the past. I'll be using the immersion blender.
I love your gravy, baby.
Thank you, honey. I'm glad you do.
I love you making gravy.
Alright, it's okay right now?
Awesome. It smells good, y'all. Y'all need to. And the killer is none of this. Look at the batter. It's thick.
Oh, yeah. It does.
The batter's thick. And fine. Yeah, that's good.
Alright, now we're going to use a little bit of not so garlic in there. Just a little bit.
The smell on that right there. Oh, baby, that smells good right there. Ooh. All 1,800 of y'all, look what y'all got us doing for y'all, man. I love y'all. I love all of y'all. All 1,800 of you guys out there. Remember, like, subscribe, and share to the Happy MALTBIA'S.
The Happy MALTBIA'S. Alright. I'll let that saute down a little bit there. Alright. So my onions are down to where I like them for my gravy here. So now what I have next here is no, going too fast. We're going to put our milk and flour slurry in here.
It smells good. My mouth is watering.
I have 1 tablespoon of the alkaline, alkaline no soy sauce. We're going to add that in there for a little flavor.
Y'all can get all that at MrStayHappy.com.
MrStayHappy.com.
STAAYHAPPY.
This is our mushroom broth. I have made a video on how to make the mushroom broth. Go and check that out.
Look at this right here.
And I need that. Now we just need to stir this all up, get out any little clumps, let it thicken up here. And I'll turn the heat up just a little bit.
Oh yeah. Turn it up, baby. That look good. It smells super good.
And we're going to put a little bit of the all-purpose seasoning. Give us some flavor.
I better get that before we get to 1900, because then you already know it. Don't forget, I ain't gonna forget about y'all. You know that million. Y'all names is gonna be babies. I ain't gonna do y'all scandalous, wait till the million person, then go cook at their house. You know what I mean? We don't do that. We don't do that. Oh, yes.
Alright, now we're just waiting on that to thicken up a little bit.
Let me get that out your way, baby.
Sure.
1,800 of y'all love us. Like we love y'all too.
Right,
I'll be right back.
So we do need to clean up. So while this is thickening up, we are going to clean up. So I'm going to do the movie magic this time. Alright, movie magic. I got to do it this time. Alright, so we are all ready, you guys. We have our meat substitute, our chicken substitute. We have made the gravy here. We have our potatoes. This is kamut. This is going to be our substitute for corn. The reason why we did not cook this on camera, because kamut, you soak it overnight and it usually takes about 30 minutes to cook for the corn texture. For the rice texture, it's like an hour. But this has only been cooked for about 30 minutes with just sea salt and water to give us that corn-like texture. So this is what we're going to use for the corn. Now, we were lucky enough to try to be as authentic as possible. We found some bowls that, like the little KFC bowl there. So now we have to plate our stuff up here. So first thing down is potatoes, right?
Yes.
All right. I think we can turn all these off now.
Okay.
These are quite big though. They bigger than.
This is for the hardy ones. And you want that, you know, for the house and shit.
I don't need that much, so we just gonna.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a little more. Okay. Give me the rest. You.
Alright.
I'm gonna fill the bowl up.
Yeah, so yours can take the Instagram photo.
Okay. Ooh. Got my piece on. Is it hot?
Alright, potatoes.
Potatoes.
Next is the corn, right? I forgot, it's been a long time. Is it corn?
Yes, corn.
Alright, so our kamut.
You hold that up for you. That's cool for me, baby.
That's enough?
Yeah. That's the corn substitute.
A little bit more for me. I always like the corn.
Okay.
Then
Is it the chicken?
I don't know, chicken or gravy from next.
Chicken.
Chicken? Alright.
What up the cheese? The cheese.
Is it the cheese next? I thought the cheese going there.
Yeah, it do.
Alright, so is it the chicken?
Chicken.
Alright. Your jackfruit chicken, sir.
Jackfruit on the house. Don't worry, y'all. I'm going to eat this for y'all. But I told you I can come and cook this for y'all.
Alright, and I'm going to have the trumpet mushrooms.
Alright. So y'all will be working with. I cannot wait. 1,800 of y'all. I love y'all.
Right,
we
so
love
now,
y'all.
Gravy next.
I'm hungry. Gravy next.
Alright.
I'll let you put your gravy on first.
Gravy.
Pour the gravy on it. Oh, I can't wait. The smell is ridiculous.
Now, I love some gravy, so I'm kind of smother mine in gravy.
Okay. Put the gravy on there. Oh, yeah. Give me a little more, a little more. There you go. That's good, baby.
Alright. Next. So after that comes the cheese. And it's usually like a shredded cheese, but I didn't make the block cheese. Totally forgot. I don't make it all the time. So we are using just our regular alkaline cheese powder. And we added our milk and stuff. You can find this at MrStayHappy.com. It's the powder, but all you have to do is add like milk and stuff, and you can have your own cheese sauce. It's already flavored. So
we're going to put some of that on the top. Or you can use the shredded, you know, however y'all do.
If you've seen the cheese block and you're okay with the cheese block and the ingredients that are in the cheese block, you can definitely use that. I know it's controversial for some alkaline people.
Alright. That's good right there, baby.
That's enough cheese for you? It don't be that much on those things. No. Alright, so that looks good. And I need to take pictures. Let me take pictures.
I cannot wait. I can taste it already. This is my favorite.
You know it's your favorite already.
1,800.
Oh no. I think my battery done died. The battery died.
1,800.
I left it off too long.
So I'm gonna have to just give you some of that.
Side action.
Right.
Alright. What we don't have is spoons for ourselves, huh? Or forks.
Well, we about to get that. Got the lids. So now you can have your bowl. We ain't got these on MrStayHappy.com yet. No, I'm just playing. But you can get one if you admit here one out.
Alright, so here is the fork.
Right. Oh, baby, what's in here? You got my bowl?
I got your KFC bowl ready. Alright, so 1,800. This one's
for
is
y'all.
for you. Alright, so let's get into it here. Get a little tater, mushroom gravy.
That chicken piece. It's hot too. All of it. All of it. That's it. Y'all better get it. Yeah, this is baby. This is good. The bowl.
Okay, yeah. This is good. You did very good on your potatoes, Snetty.
Well, thank you, baby. Couldn't have did it without you.
They are good. Now
And
you
the
can make
gravy
potatoes
is
from now
very
on.
awesome. The gravy is on here.
Okay, yeah, this is good.
Yeah. You should try this at home.
Mouthful of food. Oh yeah.
Forget the spit. The food coming out my mouth. That's to give y'all that 3D effect.
All right, that is really good. Make sure I put those out.
So, all
1800. We know it took a long time. Y'all probably thought we weren't gonna ever make the video, but we finally did.
We here.
We finally made the video. So now you have seen us make an alkaline KFC bowl, excluding the jackfruit, of course.
Yes.
But y'all, if y'all been following us, you know Happy is going to them. He's not giving up the jackfruit, y'all.
I'm
He'll eat
learning.
the mushrooms,
I'm
but
learning.
he gonna keep the jackfruit, which is
I'm
okay
learning.
with me. I'm fine with that, as long as he's eating jackfruit and not something else. All right, so most of these ingredients are very easy to find. You can find kamut grain online. You can make your gravy on yourself, like you see. The burro bananas is kind of the hardest thing for me. Like I said, it took me a couple of months here. Like I've been looking for them and they have not been in stock, or they've been totally yellow by the time I got to them. So that was kind of my issue there.
Only when they're green, y'all.
When they're green. You can use them when they're sweet too, but that's in sweet dishes.
Yeah.
All the ingredients that you heard us talk about, the Mr. Stay Happy Alkaline, you can find those at MrStayHappy.com. The fried batter, the not so garlic, the no soy sauce, the cheese powder, all those things can be found at MrStayHappy.com. The all-purpose seasoning, all those things. We are trying to make it easy. We have what we call Mr. Stay Happy's Alkaline Pantry. So that way it won't be so hard. You won't have to pull out a lot of ingredients. In my original videos, there would be like 16 different herbs and spices right here. When really, now it's very much easier. It's already come together. All right.
Y'all get that.
Anything else?
I love you. We love y'all.
We love y'all.
Tell them like, subscribe, and share.
Like, subscribe.
And when the million come, we there.
Y'all already know how I feel about this.
All right, we love y'all.
Love y'all. And until the next video,
stay happy.
Stress.